David Hume is a Scottish philosopher, economist, and historian. He is included as one of the most important figures in Western philosophy and the Scottish Enlightenment. This is a quote from David Hume about life. "Anything imaginable is possible. The wise man compares his beliefs with evidence. When men are most confident and arrogant, they are usually the most mistaken. There is no such thing as freedom of choice unless there is freedom to refuse. The beauty in everything is in the mind that contemplates it. If God is omnipotent, omniscient and completely good, then which is evil? If God wants to prevent evil but cannot, then he is not omnipotent. If he can prevent evil but not commit it, then he is no good. In both cases, he is not God. All knowledge degenerates into probability. Nothing is more surprising than the ease with which the many are governed by the few. Reason is, and should only be the slave of passions, and can never pretend to do any other duty than serving and obeying them. Rarely, any freedom is lost all at once. Slavery had aspects so frightening to humans accustomed to freedom, that slavery had to steal them bit by bit, and had to disguise itself in 1,000 forms, to be accepted. Beauty is not a quality in anything, it exists only in the mind that contemplates it, and every mind perceives a different beauty. I don't have enough faith to believe that there is no God. Hate, love, think, feel, see, all this is just to be understood. Greed, or the desire for gain, is a universal desire that operates at all times, in all places, and in all people. The anticipation of pleasure is itself immense pleasure. To the universe, human life is no more important than the life of an oyster. No number of observations of white swans would permit the conclusion that all swans are white, but the observation of one black swan is sufficient to disprove that conclusion. Of all the sciences, none is more deceptive at first glance than political science. Reading and walking and laziness and doses, which I call thinking, is my highest happiness. The difference between people who are led by opinions or emotions and people who are led by reason. Human happiness seems to consist of 3 elements: action, pleasure, and indolence. A little philosophy makes a person an atheist, a lot turns it into a religion. The sweetest way of life is through the path of learning, and anyone who can pave the way for others must, by far, be considered a benefactor to mankind. Nothing seemed more surprising to them, who considered human affairs with a philosophical eye, than the ease with which the many are arranged by the few, and the implied submission, by which man surrenders his feelings and passions to his ruler.